Hey Defenders, we're back yet again with another super cool species. This is Mr. Kermit, and Mr. Kermit is called an African bullfrog. Now these guys are super cool and they're one of the largest frogs on the planet. The largest frog is actually called the Goliath frog, and these guys are pretty close in size. These guys can be about the size of a dinner plate, and they can eat almost anything that falls into the water. There's actually a rumor that in Africa they're called the chicken eating frogs, and that's because they tend to eat farmers' little chickens who walk up to the water. But they're known to eat bugs, mice, rats, lizards. They can even eat bats that accidentally fall into the water. These frogs are really special, and they're a frog species that tend to do parental care, which means they like to look after their little babies and their tadpoles. So the males actually stay around and guard entire pools of tadpoles to make sure that they stay in the water and they do not get eaten by predators. There's actually been footage of these guys using their back legs, which are really strong, to dig paths to new water supplies so the frog tadpoles don't dry out. Now, where they come from, they go through huge periods of drought, which means that there is no water around. And for frogs, which rely on water to survive, that is really bad news for them. So these guys can bury themselves underground and cover themselves in a cocoon of their own spit so they can survive when there's no water around. That is pretty cool. For a human to do that, we would need a lot of spit, and it would have to be really sticky. Now, frogs are incredibly good at finding each other, and if you think really hard, I'm assuming you'll know why. What do frogs do that other animals don't do? That's right, they croak and they ribbit. So frogs can croak and ribbit and communicate with other frogs in their area. Frogs and other amphibians are one of the first animals in an ecosystem that tend to show signs of problems if there's issues in that particular ecosystem. So if there's poison in the water or just issues with water quality in general, the frogs will tend to be the first ones affected. So scientists will watch frog populations in attempts to get some clues on what's happening with our surrounding environment. Now, unfortunately though, frogs all over planet Earth are going extinct, and they're going extinct faster than any other animal on the planet. And that has to do with that pollution, water quality, and all kinds of things that affect where the frogs live. So, if you're in your general area and you have places where frogs live, be sure to keep them nice and clean so wonderful frogs like Mr. Kermit here don't have any issues. Either way, Defenders, we hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys later.